You're tuning in to Picaro Audios. I hope you enjoy. Who's there? I did not expect anyone to be walking the castle grounds as this late at time. Oh, it's you. What are you doing out here? It's midnight. This is hardly the ideal time for a stroll through the flowers. Huh? Tending the garden? No, I know the steward put you to work readying the grounds for the midsummer ceremony. I felt your absence in the castle these last 2 weeks, believe me. But don't tell me he's making you toil here trimming hedges and raking leaves, even at this late hour. You should be asleep. No, it is not all right. You need your rest just like anyone else. Yes, I know very well how hard you work. You've served in my father's castle since the two of us were children. But you are still a person. You are not some tireless automaton. You're a man. Just looking at you, I can see that redness ringing your eyes. This is not healthy for you. Who cares if the garden won't be ready for the ceremony tomorrow? The lords and ladies of our realm aren't so frail and fragile that they'll drop dead because they have to look upon a few overgrown bushes for a moment or two. Besides, your needs matter no less than theirs. Don't ever say that. You are not just a servant. Sure, you are a servant, and I'm very grateful for everything that you do and have done for us. But you are also my friend. And besides, servant or not, you are still a human being, and you still are worthy of respect, even if you didn't grow up in a gilded cradle and nurse at the bosom of a duchess. As if nobility is all that matters in the world. Well then, you can tell him his crown prince says that he's never to put you to work outside this late again. And if he disobeys that command, he'll have to answer to my father. Damn the midsummer ceremony, and damn him too! I apologize. I should not have lost my composure, and I certainly shouldn't. I should not have sworn. I know princes aren't meant to curse, I confess. I may have had a touch more to drink than I should have this evening. If only my old governess were still around to see how miserably short the obedient little boy she spent all those countless hours teaching manners and etiquette has fallen of his lessons, now that he's come of age. I dare she'd certainly had a conniption. It's just... I've been having such a bad, terrible night. And clearly it's affected me more than I thought. That's why I find myself here in the garden. The scent of freshly dewed flowers sometimes helps me clear my head and my heart. Oh, it's nothing. I don't wish to trouble you. You must be exhausted already. It would be cruel to add your burdens to my own. Please, you have my permission to go home to rest. Don't worry, Excuse me, I'm all right. You really want to stay? All right. Thank you. Embarrassed as I am to admit it, I don't know if I could be alone right now, and I'm glad you're here. Perhaps we could maybe sit together. Here. Set those shears down. They've seen more than enough use for one night. Come, join me on this bench, won't you? Oh, where to begin? It's all just been one awful blur. Tonight was the first royal ball of the summer. That's where I came from. In case you were wondering why I made the brilliant decision to wear a spotless white cloak in a muddy garden. Not that it's very white or even spotless anymore, now that I've worn it out here. Oh, the hemline is already stained with mud, and the briar thorns have opened up 12 holes in it. It used to be so beautiful. And now it is ruined. I must look like such a mess. Do you really mean that? Thank you. That is incredibly sweet of you to say. Oh my. Listen to me. I must strike you as so arrogant and oblivious. The spoiled little prince complaining that his precious clothes got a few specks of dirt on them, to a servant who's just spent hours laboring in the field. As if I have any right to complain about my problems, especially to you. Yes. Yeah, I suppose you are correct there. We do all have our own problems, and they do all matter, great and small. I do appreciate you saying that, but truly I promise I won't be cross with you if you mean it. You really do wish to stay. Okay. Thank you. Where was I? Ah, the royal ball. You know, I used to love attending these balls growing up. Even before I was old enough to dance myself, I'd sit on my father's knee and watch all those fine ladies in their beautiful silks and satins, and gentlemen in their tailored leather whirl, all across the dance floor like it were some great moving tapestry. It was so alive. It had color. True color, I mean. But the older I grow, the more I begin to see the tears at the seams, the sneers behind the smiles. Oh, it's just all so strange and different than what it seemed as a boy. Tonight I was to be the guest of honor since, well, you know. You don't know. I'm sorry, did I didn't tell you? I guess you share my company so often and, well, I guess I thought it was common knowledge. I think I know why I didn't tell you. Some conscious reason. My father is intent on having me betrothed to another. to be married by the year's end, to be exact. The ball was to be my first introduction to a suitable match from another noble family. I do apologize for not telling you any sooner. I didn't mean to keep it from you. We're close enough companions that we ought to not keep things like that from one another. Perhaps I thought if I didn't speak it out loud, it would somehow be less real. I always knew growing up I'd have to marry the one chosen for me. It's just the way it is for a prince. I can't pretend it was a surprise, but I don't know. I guess I didn't know it would feel like this when the time finally came. Heirs and heiresses from every noble house of note, from every corner of the kingdom, were there in the banquet hall, each manicured and massaged, just dressed in beautiful gowns and doublets, those filled with heavy gems and precious metalworks, all glittering upon their necks and ears and fingers. They all came to impress me. Perhaps it sounds as though it should be flattering, and perhaps for a different prince in another castle it truly would have been, but for me it all felt so wrong. It felt, I don't know. I really don't. Please don't misunderstand me. They weren't bad people. Most were kind, sweet, funny, or handsome. All of them had their fair qualities, but try as they might, they couldn't disguise their true purpose, their compliments. They were genuine. Their smiles were charming, but all of their eyes looked at my crown. They looked at the shine of my crown before the shine of my eyes. When they saw me, they truly didn't see me. They saw the ladder to a throne, the chance to rule one day by wedding me. And I harbor no negative feelings towards them. How could they not see anything else? I spent hours hanging on the arm of this baroness, or that duchess of this lord, or what have you, having them whisper honeyed words in my ear and offer me another bite of spiced toast, another sip of honey wine as I feigned laughter. I saw them sneak their glances at my father across the room to judge if he approved, when they thought I couldn't see them, of course. On and on it went, a dozen dances or more, until I couldn't take it, not any longer. It all felt so wrong, like a pale mockery of the love that I read in books, or the courtship of what I dreamed. I felt horrid. I excused myself, complaining of food sickness or something. I slipped out the kitchen door. No doubt my father is making some poor excuse for me as you and I speak. He'll be furious that I walked out on a night that he planned so meticulously. And I didn't mean to turn against him. I really didn't. I couldn't stay any longer. For all my gems and fine clothes, I truly did not feel like a prince tonight. I felt like a haunch of meat being sold at a market to the hungriest buyer, the one with the fattest purse. You know, I do wonder, would any of them truly care for me if it weren't for my crown? Let me take it off. Here. Such a light little thing in my hand, but am I worth anything at all without it? Thank you. Thank you. Truly, thank you for saying that. It means a lot. And I know I've already said it, but thank you so much for being here with me. I'll be honest. You make me feel like a prince. What did I tell you? You are not just a servant. Look at me. You are my friend. Please never forget that. You're the only person in the world I feel safe telling all of this to. If we're being honest. And well, now that you're here and you and I are talking, I'm beginning to realize something that I've known for a while deep down. You're the only one I really feel like myself with. To everyone else, I'm the crown prince, larger than life. They treat me like I'm a couple of blots of ink on some royal family tree, not a person. They can only see their future king, not the shy, sensitive person before them. I feel as though my birthright is like a mask, one that I can never take off. But you were never like that. You saw me for me, all those wild summers growing up in the castle together, playing in the brambles and comparing our bruises. All those cozy winters curled up by the roaring fire, reading each other passages from my old storybooks. Oh, in our so silliest voices. All the memories by candlelight playing those little games of fancy we used to. I'm sure your masters gave you hell for not bowing and scraping enough to me as your superior. But I was always secretly grateful for a friend. One who treated me like any other playmate. I never wanted to be above anyone. I only wanted to be seen. I don't know how I didn't see it before. Maybe I did, but I just did not have the words. But sitting here beside you right now, I think I wish to be with you. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. This night has just taken a toll on me. I'm tired, forgive me. I've had too much to drink. Please just don't think... You do? How, if I may ask, how long have you felt this way? Oh, so have I. There wasn't one moment when I knew there were so many. You stayed up late into the night reading me stories when I was too feverish to climb out of the bed. When the two of us were caught in the dreadful storm and had to spend half an hour huddled between hay bales in the stable, laughing at our misfortune together when you gave me that perfect blue rose and that sweet letter on my birthday. I still have it. I still read it. Sometimes when I feel unhappy or alone late at night, it still makes me smile just as wide as it did the first time. I care for you so much, more than I have words to say. Might I have a hug? Oh, yes. That feels so nice and warm. Oh, no, don't. Please don't apologize. My cloak had plenty of mud on it already. And who cares about a damned cloak anyway? I'm sorry. I should not have sworn. I know the princes shouldn't curse and... Actually, who cares about that either? Princes can say whatever they like. I don't care about any other rules. I don't care about fitting into their dumb box. I care about you. Darling, I care about us, and I just... Hold me again and hold me tighter this time. Of course, I'm not a boy anymore. Yes, I am too old to believe fairy tales are real. I know we can't be together the way that I want. My father, he'd never accept it. He'd send you away. He wouldn't be moved by my words or my tears. All he'd see is his son frittering away his precious royal blood on some worthless servant. He'd never understand. But we do not have to think about that now. We have time. Thank you for being here with me tonight. Perhaps we'll find a way, somehow, some way to be free one day. But for now, please, sit beside me. Let's sit here in the garden and enjoy this beautiful moment. Speaking of this moment, there was one thing that I have dreamed of doing for a long, long time now. Please, I'm still shy. Just close your eyes and lean forward just a bit. Well, did you like it? So did I. Whatever happens, whatever they say, they can never take that away from us. They can never take this moment away from us. Here, let's sit down now. Do you mind if I lean my head on your shoulder? Thank you. I'm being entirely truthful. Something about this, I don't know, it feels so right. I don't know how I ever lived without this feeling. You know, we will have to get up eventually, lest we wish to slumber and wake in the middle of the midsummer ceremony. But we can stay a little longer. Let's just sit together here. Just a little longer. I hope morning never comes.